Hey, what's going on guys? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions, and in this video I'm going to be talking about my 3 most favorite things about my McLaren 570S. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get right to it. So again, what do I love about my McLaren 570S? For those that aren't familiar again with who it is that I am, feel free to browse around my YouTube channel. I have a little bit over 300,000 subscribers. We run the fastest growing YouTube channel and private trading community for those that invest in the stock market. So just a little heads up for all of for each and every single one of you. So I've owned this car since the beginning of this year, 2018. I've had it for a couple months, and one thing that I did was, like, the first couple of months that I owned this car, I put 1,000 miles on it. So I bought it with 2,900 miles. Now we're sitting at 4,460. I've taken it very slow now just because I know how much the mileage can depreciate this specific car itself. When it comes down to my GTR, the Alpha 7 or the other 2015 GTR that I have, the Stage 2, I drive those without really a care, just because also we buy and resell cars, and the margin of profit that I've been able to kind of build for myself on those 2 specific cars are quite a lot, so I don't have too much to worry about that. So again, my 3 favorite things about what I love about the McLaren 570S. My number 1 absolute favorite thing, I know this sounds super dorky, has to be the doors. I love the butterfly doors. I love not only just the experience that I'm able to enjoy, but when I show this to, like, my family or my friends or anyone that gets to see the cars, it's one of the most eye-catching and kind of like jaw-dropping things. In comparison, when it comes down to price ranges for the McLaren 570S and trying to compare it to the Ferrari 458 or the Lamborghini Huracan, you know, neither one of those cars doors go up, right? So with that ability, or with that quality, right, of being able to have your doors go up, I feel like that's part of the ownership experience. That's something that is very flattering, that's very eye-catching, and it's one of my favorite things about this specific McLaren 570S. For some of you, you guys might not absolutely care at all, right, about the doors, but again, this is just my preference, so I hope you guys can respect that. But my second favorite thing about the McLaren 570S has to be you know, its performance itself. A lot of people do underestimate it because, again, being compared to maybe a Lamborghini Huracan or a Ferrari 458, if I'm not mistaken, not only when it comes down to the 0 to 60, but even over 100 miles per hour, just the RPM and the overall track mode performance that this specific McLaren has, it blows it out of the water. With the Lamborghini Huracans that I've personally been able to race, and also the Ferrari 458s, I've killed them, right? Not only did I notice that with this specific car, but I also noticed that when I had the McLaren MP4 12C. I do have to say, I'm not a huge fan of the taillight on this specific car. Like, I'm still getting accustomed to it. I really like the carbon package that I have. Mine's a 252 MSRP because it has like a $36,000 upgrade with all the carbon accents that it has around the car. But one of my favorite taillights has to be the McLaren MP4 12C. So I'm not a huge fan of these specific taillights. One thing that I do absolutely love is the front headlights of this specific car. I think they did a beautiful job with it. It looks super clean, super refined, and it's an absolute beautiful car. But again, the overall performance of this specific car, when it comes down to its competitors, as of the Ferrari 458 or the Lamborghini Huracan, if you're trying to decide in between, you know, what car you might like the most, if the butterfly doors don't do it, then I hope that the performance can as well. One thing that I do want to say that I want to give it to when it comes down to Ferrari and Lamborghini, I think those 2 cars probably sound much better. The McLaren by no means sounds bad in any way. It's just very quiet, and I've heard Ferrari 458s, I've heard Lamborghini Huracans, and they're monsters. They sound absolutely amazing. It's one of my favorite things about those specific cars. And the absolute last thing that I love about the McLaren 570S has to be the overall driving and ownership experience. When it comes down to owning this specific car, not only are you able to kind of doesn't it always put a smile on your face, but you get so many questions of what is it? Again, it's not a Ferrari, it's not a Lamborghini. People are kind of you know, McLaren is kind of the underdog based on my experience of owning the 2 that I have. And with that being said, I think that's such an amazing, you know, experience that I'm able to kind of express and represent the beautiful kind of just masterpiece in my eyes that McLaren has been able to put together for this McLaren 570S, and how I'm able to showcase this specific car to the people that I'm able to reach every single day. So many people are so inspired by the McLaren and all that it has to offer, and people are always so curious about what the car is. So if you're someone that not only wants to always have a smile on your face, but doesn't, you know, mind the attention, and you know, I have given like free rides to people that have asked me like what it is, or they really want to check it out. I'm really open about sharing the car with other people, and it's one of the most beautiful things about it. I've been blessed with this car, and I want to make sure that I can share that with others. And if we buy an expensive car, you know, I don't buy it just to like ignore people, right? I buy it because not only do I want to enjoy it, but I want others on the road to be able to enjoy it visually as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Again, all the links are down below if you guys want to stay connected. One of the amazing things about what it is that we do, you probably can't see it in this video. I'm going to try to turn the camera a little bit around. You might be able to see it in the very corner of this video or of the frame, but that's my Alpha 7 GTR in the back. One of the things that we do as a hobby is buy and resell cars. So if you've ever wanted to turn your passion for cars into profit, then I would really consider you. Invest 30 seconds, click that first link in the description. How we do this as a hobby. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please give the video a thumbs up. Hope you guys all have an amazing weekend. Like always, continue working hard, continue following your dreams. Let your passion be what drives your success. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.